Hello everyone, Empires and Puzzles fans. October's out almost. It is the 27th today, and November is almost in. There have been some big changes to the game I'm going to talk about. I always start by talking about my progress in the last month and what can have happened, and then we move forward with the next month. Let's get talking. One thing I've done is I made a Discord for my alliance. I'm making a general one for the game Empires and Puzzles. I'll talk more about that at the end of this video and show a link if anybody wants to join just to chat about the game or ask me questions. I enjoy answering them. My alliance doesn't keep me busy enough. I guess I'm happy to answer a few questions or let people have a Q&A and a forum there. I enjoy Discord, especially in this game. I found it to be a little bit more work in SWGA, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the game I kind of came over from. So check at the end of this video for my Discord. One of the things I found hard is building up my stronghold. I wish there were in-game videos. I haven't found too many on how you should build a stronghold. My strategy is finishing up my iron. I've got one going to 9 and one going to 8, so I can build almost anything. I can complete things like the Alchemy Lab and the Hero Academy, things I've just gotten. Basically what I use the Hero Academy for is to swap iron and recruits around. It can actually run these recruits out in 94 days of TC11 pretty quickly. If I want to do a 2,500 building, it's a lot of recruits. I used up 100 a few days ago. I sent them back when like the transfers were made, but I can basically it's 50 troops and 53k iron. You can transfer a lot of iron quickly. I've used it. I had 2 buildings leveling in exactly the same hour, and they were the full iron supply. Like they were close to my max iron. So you can use that when you have a level 2 Hero Academy to transfer iron finally. It is a nice feature. It lets you level 2 buildings at exactly the same time. If they take a long time, you can have a pretty good store of iron. It was like a 20-day store of iron to max my iron though. It's something crazy. It's this massive transfer. That doesn't explain very well. That would be another video. I do wish I had a leveling guide. I have one advanced recruit house, which produces its own recruits. I'm not too into the recruits because I use the training camps. You just saw me swapping around. My forge is only 19, but you don't really need it except for Path of Valor once in a while to be 20. A lot of things are maxed. My production, I always thought it was max production first, but I wanted those advanced buildings more than I wanted production, I guess. Food production should be very important, but my buildings are only 4s and 5s advanced. I just want everything to be able to be maxed so I can be at endgame, getting 5-star trades, I guess, and I'm not ready. I could trade a Zulag. Last month I pulled the Hero of the Month twice. It was my second Hero of the Month ever. And I wasn't too happy that I pulled her twice because I don't get enough 5s. People in my guild were like, what are you complaining about? That's great. She's a very defensive hero. I've also gotten Massandra in time. Basically, I have a group of training. My team 3 is my growth team. And most of them are 5s, and my group in my group 3 is almost maxed. So I'm progressing in the game. I've got about 15 5-stars now, which is pretty good place. I won't really level Coggin, but I am excited about Zulag. I get lots of tabards. I don't get enough telescopes. I have 0 telescopes at the moment, so Massandra. Tabards, I've gotten 2 I got 2 in a day last week. They drop on me like crazy. I don't know why. Tabards are one of the items I get the most. I always have a shortage of gloves and a shortage of telescopes. Every other item is pretty average. But Ascension mats are usually a cap in the game. Let's check out the mats. I get lots of compasses. I don't get gloves very often. The rare items are pretty easy to come by. Capes are a harder one for me. I don't tend to do too well with leveling blues. And I do pretty well on tonics. Finishing Ratatusker. Mystic rings I do all right with. Darts I don't see that many of. Telescopes I see the least of. We all have our bottlenecks, I would say. Tabards are not my bottleneck. I just finished Obacon after finishing Quintus, and I'm moving to Zulog. This month's Hero of the Month. I am saving a bunch of tokens. I am hoarding my Epic Hero tokens. I don't want to make pulls on the Morlovia event this October, having 2 Heroes of the Month. I feel like getting a third one would be a total waste, and I'd be upset. I am hoarding Epic Hero tokens, Epic Troop tokens. I want those Ninja Troops. I have every Mana Troop, and I have most crit damage troops. I probably have every crit damage and Mana Troop. I have a couple duplicate Mono Troops. So, I am hoarding because I want Ninja Troops now, and I want a chance at next month's Hero of the Month as well as the Morlovia Heroes. And that will be going on next month, so that is my strategy there. The Ninja Tower came around. We saw Ninja Tower for the first time. I am proud to say I didn't try really hard. Meaning I didn't use tornadoes because I have enough trouble getting those. I'm trying to reach endgame on my... I'm trying to finish my stronghold and using that much iron to make tornadoes and axes and going crazy on the items, which I will run my resources out to. Just wasn't my cup of tea. A lot of people in my alliance claimed they ran out tornadoes and they just kept building them, and they weren't too proud by the prizes after. Whereas I got 4 tornadoes from the event. I didn't not try. I think it's very... I heard a lot of people say, I hate this event, I'm not going to try. And I didn't think that was productive. Basically, one of the things I thought was great about the event was that it used a new system of energy. The only way you can level characters right now is world energy. So when they make a ninja energy, or a Ninja Tower energy, and it's a separate system of energy, and you got a lot of XP from climbing the Ninja Tower. I got to level 42. I don't think I did badly. I wasn't in the last tier of prizes. I was in the second to last. I got 10 of each emblem and about 40 arrows at the end of the event. I'd spent a lot of arrows on the event and basic items, but I hadn't spent tons of money building up. I will try and beat it next month. My heroes got cursed out. I was close to level 43, but I only got to level 42. And it was regrettable. I did want to beat it because I like getting XP. I kind of am an XP farming type player. My big point, though, is you can get a lot of XP by winning the Ninja Tower. My smaller point, actually, my good point is don't dump a lot of items into it because it's probably not worth it. It might be at the end if it's going to beat it for you, but unless your goal is... Everybody has different goals, so I don't want to tell you how to play the game, but if winning the Ninja Tower is your cup of tea, go for it. I try and do really well on the challenge events, but I know better than to try and win them because I've listened to what people try and do to win the challenge events, and it's kind of crazy item-wise, and there's some players that are like 122, like Empire and Puzzles books, and I just am not at a point where I can feel like I can compete with that. If I could get in a good tier of prizes, I would be happy. Usually I'm second or third from the bottom tier of prizes. I get a few extra prizes, and that's great for now. I might want to compete in it sometime, but I don't think I'm ready to. I was hoping I'd be ready to. But there's a lot of players further along than me at level 60. I did hit level 60 this month, and that was a turning point. Another great thing about last month, now that I've talked about the Ninja Tower, is that emblems got cheap. My blacksmith gunner got emblems. My 3 stars got emblems for the first time. It's like, these are cheap and I want to do well in these events. So I'm going to give these heroes, the heroes I consider the best 3 stars. Really, I think it's only gunner. I think Wilbur got some more emblems. I'm going to give the best 3 stars more emblems. Hawkmoon should get emblems. Actually, she got a few more too. She was my experimental in a costume video. But I know her and him are the best. Maybe Grievel will get some. He's been in all my offensive attacks this tournament. I've lost every single defense this tournament. And won every single offense. 8 defensive losses, 10 offensive wins. It's been a funny tournament, the buff booster. It is October 27th. Emblems are cheap. You can kind of spare them now, which is cool. They went down a lot in cost, which actually, and they've changed the war rules. It's important to note that. The war rules have changed. There's new war rules that people notice, but a lot of people I've noticed don't notice, like the defender. If the defending enemy has heroes down, they get bonuses because they have defeated heroes on their team. So going in as an attacker, you need to realize to kill them quicker, and that if they have defeated heroes, they get a bonus for those defeated heroes. That's important to realize. It's in the fine print of the war. Even with the rules like the Horde and new game modes, it's also important to realize there's been a few new bonuses in there. The particular one I talked about, reading well can be helpful. I don't always read well, and it's been known to get me in trouble. Those are my points about last month, and those are good things to note, that emblems became cheap. Let's get into the schedule. Took a long time to get into the schedule. I was going to look at the video timer. It doesn't show me a timer. Okay, the files are ready. Hero of the month for next month before I get into the schedule. Everything's open in the background. I don't need to look for files. Wow, my phone's a mess. Hero of the month is a blue hero named Glenda. I'm trying to twist my phone around to make a better view. I can't do that. Glenda is a wizard. She's blue. She's ice. Her mana speed is average. Her special skill is Midnight Madness. Magic. Basketball. Not basketball, Midnight Magic. 270 to damage to the target and nearby enemies. The caster and nearby enemies get 40% special attack damage for 4 turns. That is really cool. Dispels status ailments, and I stole this video from somebody else. I stole this image from somebody else's video that was in another language. It was very hard to get images of Glenda. So, a dispel for your allies. If you have other blues, she gives an ice minion with 5% HP and attack for the blue link. So your blue allies get a minion, a weak minion. This is a good hero. I can't see it being below a B. Probably B plus on a quick look. Also, the things I didn't look at were the attack, 745 attack. A high defense, a pretty average set of stats. A pretty high attack, a good health, and a good defense. Those are all good numbers. There's a weird special skill that you can kind of see blown up. It's buff immunity, meaning she is immune to things that hurt buff. I read it over earlier and I can't explain it now, which kind of stinks. Hero has an innate resistance against stat ailments that give immunity to new. She can always get buffs. That's what it means. So that is the hero of the month for November. Glenda, a wizard, blue, who looks good, about as good as Zulag, maybe a little bit better than Zulag, who I got twice. Let's see the schedule. How did I lose it? That's what I was trying to do with Glenda. It has to be done for this. So October 1 has Trials of Nature for Druid and Ranger emblems. Always need those Vela emblems. The emblems are getting easier to get, so. And there's more now, too, for those events, so it's great. We have Morlovia going on. I should start with that. Morlovia goes until Saturday the 8th of October. So there is a week and a day of October of Morlovia. I've beaten the easy, I'm halfway through the normal, and I'm partially into the advanced. I will get it done. I will try and pull Vonda, the best Morlovia hero. The new Morlovia heroes are great. I highly recommend trying to get them. Pretty amazing, the new Morlovia heroes. This is about my year anniversary because I started and Morlovia was the first seasonal event. It was right around the time I started. I got Vlad. Vlad was one of my first 3 stars. I didn't like Vlad. The only use I found for him was blocking field aid, and I needed it when I was a young player. I don't really ever use Vlad these days, but I do have him. Maybe he'll get used in the Tavern of Legends, which is still due this month. The ninja stack really knocked the whack out of the Tavern of Legends. So in the next few days, expect Tavern of Legends before October comes. I don't think they can get rid of it for the month of November to have introduced Tower of Legends. They could. They can do whatever they want, but I don't think they will. I expect Tavern of Legends to be up in the next few days. So we've got Morlovia going on. We've got the Trials of Nature the first day of October. We've got the Trials of Shadows for Ranger and Sorcerer emblems. Atlantis Rises starts the night of the 4th or the 5th at the end of the 4th. They start at 3 a.m. where I live on the East Coast. It is great. It'll go through Sunday. I believe it ends in the afternoon. I got caught off guard by that. I had tons of flasks last Atlantis. It does not end at the same time it starts. Just know that. Challenge events do. Atlantis does not. You don't want to be caught with your pants down with lots of energy to spend on Atlantis and having plans to make polls and just not get them done because the game ends. I was in the middle of stuff and it just ended on me. And I didn't understand why, thinking it ended at 3 a.m. the same time it starts at the East Coast, but it ends at 3 p.m., 12-hour difference. I was planning on getting a lot more done, a lot more farmed, and I didn't get the farming I wanted done, and now I've been short on mana and short on a lot of things. Atlantis is the best way to farm. I think Valhalla will be a great way to farm soon. This month might actually be the finish of Valhalla. We might finish the storyline, and I've been keeping up with it every Valhalla. I'm like 9 levels away from the 9 easy levels away from being completed on the storyline as far as it will go until it locks me out and says wait 30 days or 25 days to complete the next Valhalla. But this might be the last Valhalla. It looks like there's a new zone. They could lock the last level. They could lock the last level of Valhalla so we can't complete it until December. That would make me sad. I'm hoping they make the last set of levels 4 more levels next month. I'm not sure what they'll do. Atlantis Rises, greatest way to farm. It runs the 5th through the 8th. I think it overlaps Morlovia, or it should end on Sunday or Saturday. It should end Sunday at 3 p.m. It says that Morlovia ends the same time Atlantis Rises ends. On the 5th of October, we have Far Home Pass for the Tomb of Tactics and the gloves. I always need gloves. That is great. The pulls in Morlovia will be Grimble. The added characters, Evelyn. Evelyn is well liked. Grimble is not that well liked. I got Massandra last Atlantis Rises, so I don't need her. She will be featured. I would love to get Poseidon. He will be featured. Happy I got Massandra. She's a great character. Really didn't have the resources. She will go all the way to the end of the 3rd Ascension. When I get Telescope, she'll probably be on my next blue to level because she is an A character, a solid character. Some randomness there, though. She has like a chain shot and it doesn't always shoot, and that can be problematic for some people. But she is an A and it's a hard hit, so it's a good character. Morlovia and Atlantis Rises ends around the 8th of October. On that same day, we have Paladin emblems and Monk emblems. I don't have good Paladins. I can win all the trials, so I do. The Ninja Tower isn't accounted for in this calendar. I gotta figure that out for you guys. I don't know where I'd put it. I'd put it right where Guardians of Teltoc is listed. I'll keep an eye out. I didn't look at this enough ahead. I missed the Ninja Stack. I'm sure that'll be a monthly thing. I would put the Ninja Stack right where Teltoc is right now. Teltoc, I love challenge events still. I'm not in love with the Ninja Tower. I talked a little bit about it earlier. It should be a monthly thing now. They could overlap it with Teltoc. I don't know how they're doing it. It's so new that it's hard to say. There's other rumors coming up in this video too. I mean, I'm taking a long time this month. I think the game's changed a lot. I think players have left. I'm still happily playing. I'm a year in. I just hit my year anniversary. On the 11th of October, we have Trials of Strength for Barbarian and Fighter emblems. I love Magni. He's one of my offensive keys. I love Black Knight. He's one of my defensive keys. That is probably my most important emblem. Those are probably two of my most important emblems right now. Those and Druid for Vela. Vela's been nerfed so many times. I hear a lot of bad about her. But some characters say the nerfs don't make them as irrelevant as you'd think. They're still in the top teams. It does pull them out a little, and it is slowly shifting the meta. I do agree with what I hear a little bit. Teltoc is a great place to get heroes. Teltoc is a yellow reflect. I will talk about it at the end of the video. You've got Guardian Jackal. Guardian Jackal is one of the best yellows. I would like a second one. I did get him in the first one I ever did. I was a new player when I got him. He was a great character to get. I did not mean to say Guardian Jackal is a great character. One of the best characters you can get in the game right now is Guardian Gazelle. An amazing character. Elemental defense down comes from Guardian Jackal and Guardian Falcon. The place to get it is Teltoc. Teltoc is a good place to make pulls. Guardian Owl, not that good. I see Guardian Chameleon, not that good. Guardian Bat is pretty good. He's in the center. Guardian Panther, I would be ecstatic if I got. I can't think of anything else. That's all I can think of from there. Is there a red? That's 5. Guardian Chameleon, I've seen a lot in the events, and the color change can be super useful. It can be a trick move. I'm sure some players do use it in the challenge events. I said not that good, but it does have its uses, and it can be a trick in challenge events. And I'm sure if it can be used in challenge events, it can also be used in Ninja Towers and Tavern of Legends and places like that to trick the game. If you need red heroes when you have blue, you can shift everything in your favor because a certain hero does a certain thing, like Wilbur or Jot, and you need it for the opposite color. I imagine that's where Guardian Chameleon would be useful. And I've seen trick teams with Guardian Owl. Yukimura Sandu used Guardian Owl as a trick and had a couple heroes that got killed off, and then Guardian Owl kills everything. A lot of heroes have their specifics, and they can be used. Some heroes aren't as useful as others, but they still have uses. I don't recommend. I haven't thrown my Vlad away, even though I find him the worst hero in the game. They can always be changed around too with time. That's my little spiel on the Guardians of Teltoc heroes. Guardians of Teltoc runs the 12th. It probably starts around 3 a.m. East Coast. Probably right around the end of the 11th, and it probably runs till the end of the day on the 15th. It probably runs the 11th to the 15th. It begins at 3 a.m. and it ends at 3 a.m. So it ends at the same time it begins, unlike Atlantis. Don't want you to get caught off guard like I did. It stinks to get caught off guard. I have not been able to get to Legendary. I haven't been able to get to the Legendary second tier prizes, and that's been an upset. Wonderland was the worst because I actually got to it, but the time had run out, so it didn't give me the prize. I was at 99,000 and something, and then when the event closed, I was just over 100K, and I'd killed everybody where I'd lost characters before, and done it pretty fast. So I know I would have moved up the ranks by about 20K spots. And it would have been enough to keep me at a better prize, but we can all moan and groan about stuff that's happened to us in the past. Last month I missed the Legendary. I only got the Summoner's token. I do try and do well in the challenge events. It's something I actually enjoy. It's a lot of repetition. I do still use it for leveling too. Rare 3 is the level where you get the most XP in the game still. As far as I know, there might be something like Ninja Stack or something, but you can only do that once. You can do Rare 3 multiple times. There's an auto button. Bink, 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 bink. Level. So that is the 12th through the 15th of November. Guardians of Teltoc. It's one of the better places to pull. Avalon and Teltoc I both like a lot. I think Avalon comes after Teltoc. I could be wrong on that. On the 14th, we have Shiloh Desert. Which is your darts, your orb, and it's the yellow. You get the yellow gear. at the end, on the last day of Teltoc, as well as it being the last day of Teltoc, we have Trials of Fortitude, which is Cleric. I have a lot of good Clerics, so, and Druid emblems, and I always need Druid emblems because I got Vela. The Path of Valor is coming to an end next month. That seems early. I imagine it would end more like the 20... I don't know where it is now. I'm not going to try and do the math. Okay, yeah, I was doing the math for where it starts. It must start at the beginning of November. What does it have coming soon? Something caught me off guard. Okay. Path of Valor will end that month, and it'll start right at the beginning of December. Path of Valor is ending on the 17th, but I should have talked about the costume mask, the masquerade, the costumes quests. I believe there will be new costumes next month. There could be, it's 50-50. Anchor said there would. I think there might be. It could be a surprise. I looked for images to show you guys the new costumes. I could not find the new costumes. Any trace of them, they may have gotten better about keeping beta things hushed. Anchor says new costumes will be out next month, the last batch of Season 1 Hero costumes. I would love that. I was trying to save tickets. I was trying to save gems to make a costume pull. I got greedy during Valhalla, and I wanted Gef John, so I made my pull there and got a second Zulog. That is the story of how I got the second Zulog. I don't remember how I got the first one, some random pull. It definitely wasn't with Epic Hero tokens, because I've been banking those. I think it was during the event. Probably during the challenge event. But I'm not even sure. I know I got the second one making a 10 pull in Valhalla. I got a second mist, a third jot, and it seemed like I was going to get all threes, but I did all right. I wasn't too happy because I had all those characters. I would have preferred Sumo or Almor, and just there was other things I would have preferred. The second Zulog was just kind of a bad bonus, but I'll take it. You should not complain about ever getting a 5-star, but you still can. In the costume chamber, June is featured. June is an amazing hero. June is ranked in the top 20 list. Anchor needs to make another one of those. He was ranked at 20 along with Magni. They're both great Season 1 heroes, and that was non-costume. I know Magni's costume makes him better. Just having the costume fully leveled makes the regular better. Great heroes. Isarni's pretty good too. She's at least a B. Those are great, both great pulls. If they have the new costume, that's an amazing place to pull. The costume is one of the better places to pull. Have you not got a lot of heroes or a deep roster and you want to deepen it? I do a video on costumes. They're great. Costume Chamber runs the 16th through the 18th. It doesn't run very long ever. The Path of Valor ends on the 17th. On the 18th, you've got Trials of Mysticism, the trials that take the longest time because it's all healing, or it's mostly healing from what I've seen. Quintus is not a healer. Next, you have the Tavern of Legends. Something we haven't had yet this month because the Ninja Stack dumped it out. I imagine we still have to have it in October too. I expect it to come tomorrow or the next day, any day now. I don't think they got rid of it for the Ninja Tower. The Ninja Tower isn't listed in this calendar. I've had a lot of pauses because of confusion and new events and so much I wanted to cover. Tavern of Legends is... They've improved the odds, so you want to pull there more often. Getting a past hero of the month like Gravemaker, the number 3 hero in the game. Kunshin, whose list shown there. I fought Delilah and had problems with her in the past. I'm just looking at what they're giving me in the calendar image. Albi is good too. Resurrector. Frida. There's a lot of great past heroes of the month. There's a lot I wouldn't care about, but there's a lot I care greatly about, and I'd be super happy if I got. Heroes that are over a year old are in the Tavern of Legends, and the odds have improved there. They gave really bad odds at first, and I guess you can get Miss Zero too, who's actually pretty bad, the mystery hero. He's only a C, and he's very situational. he'd be better on offense than defense. If I say they're situational, it means the player has to play them so they don't do that great a job on defense. Tavern of Legends is running the 19th through the 23rd, it looks like. It probably ends at the end of the day on the 23rd or at 3 o'clock on the 23rd. It probably runs from 3 on the 17th till 3 on the 23rd. During the Tavern of Legends, you have the Trials of Serenity for Ranger and Paladin emblems. That would be on the 22nd. And then the 24th, you have Morlovia. The regular Morlovia has ended already. It's just for the Tabard and the Tool Traps. That is the 24th of November. You've got Trials of Survival again. Rogue and, well, we had Trials of Strength. Now we've got Trials of Survival, which is Rogue as well as Barbarian. Both great classes to get emblems for. Valhalla ends us into the next month. It might be the last Valhalla. What is coming soon? This has confused me this whole video. It's on 5-star, level 80. It's probably the next hero of the month is going to be yellow. That would probably make sense. It looks like, so Valhalla runs the 25th through 30 days, has September, April, June, and November. 26, 27, 28, 29. Maybe there's one more day. 30 days has November. 26, 27, 28, 29. Sorry for my horrible math. I appreciate Zartans for making the calendar. Valhalla is going to be close. It might be Thor might be the hero of the month next month because Gefjon has come. Frigg has come. Some great heroes in the past months. That's why I made my pulls instead of holding for the new costume chamber. The heroes in Valhalla are amazing at this point. There's not going to be too many more, and they're going to have to do Season 4 soon. Hopefully there will be like a Valhalla Quakes, the equivalent of Atlantis Rises. This might be the last Valhalla. There could be some surprises next month. One reason this video has been long is because I wanted to cover the Ninja Tower, which has occurred. I imagine it will be around Teltoc, somewhere in the middle of the month. I can't say where because it hasn't been released. Valhalla, it might be the last one. The last day of the month, it looks like you have Trials of Monk and Cleric emblems. Trials of Piety. I can't read the word because the pen is in the way, but it is Trials of Piety, which is Monk and Cleric emblems, which are both good classes, which I both have a lot of. That is the month of November. This took a really long time. I was long-winded. I will probably try and make timestamps for this one. Talked a lot. I think there's a lot to cover. I think the game has to do things to get its player base back. I think it's doing some of them. A new fun game mode. Probably new costume heroes. Season 3 is coming to an end. I can't tell you whether it will end or it'll be December. And lastly, that ends the calendar. We will talk, and I will pause to give you the Guardians of Teltoc. Did I name? I missed Guardian Gorilla. That's who I was trying to think of. I knew there was a 5-star red at the beginning, and they stalled, and I hummed and hawed, and I couldn't figure it out. But there is Guardian Kong, Guardian Godzilla, Guardian Gorilla, Guardian Kong. Guardian Kong is your 5-star red. He got buffed a few months ago. He was not good he was not good the first time I did Teltoc. And then he got buffed, and he's actually good. He can do a lot of damage to a lot of characters. Talked about the Elemental down. Bjorn. If that makes sense. I said Bjorn. Bjorn, the purple character from Valhalla. I have 2. I wish I had more. Maybe I should try and get one going. I probably will have 3 by the end of this Teltoc. I have a couple, maybe I have 2 Chochins. I have Vlad, who's useless. I might stack reds. This is a great event. You want to ace it. Purples, reds, blues in some spots. Yellow reflects, so you don't really want to use it. There are tricky times where it might be useful stage 1 if you're trying to get a high score. You just gotta avoid hitting the yellows with the yellow. And then kill Guardian Bat with Guardian Jack. Kill Guardian Bat with Guardian Jackal. This is what it looks like. I'm strategizing as I look at it. I'm thinking kind of on the fly. Against that last level, against the legendary level, I have a feeling Black Knight will be useful. Bold Tusk, maybe a second Bold Tusk. I probably will stack red Wilbur. Scarlet is becoming pretty good. She's got a good lot of emblems. I see red stack going a long way in this. The other monsters are green, so it tends to be green ads as well as yellow reflect. So probably reds. Probably reds and purples. Characters like Bajorn, Costume Regard, Wilbur, Guardian Falcon if you have him from past events. Lancelot. King Arthur's blue, Lancelot is red. That is correct. That is just a quick review. There are videos on how to do the event. To do the event quickly and get high scores, or just to get to that next tier. Sometimes it takes a bunch of weapons. You go try and get a perfect board in the first stage, have a diamond ready. Use items in the second stage just to full clear it. Burst your diamonds, use extra items, and kill the third stage. You get it done as quickly as possible. You get a high score, and that can be the difference between getting into the next tier or not. May you have a lucky November. Hopefully you're doing well in the pandemic. Good luck, Empires and Puzzles players. Have a great November. I have one more surprise in store. I did want to start a Q&A Discord for questions and answers. There's no content on there, but you can reach me through Discord. Let's get that link up. I had everything loaded in the background. This video is hummed and hawed a lot. I am so sorry about that. I thought I had everything ready. It just doesn't always go according to Hoyle. I was looking for stuff. I changed stuff around at the last second. The Discord link, I put it in Google Docs. I thought I had everything up and only everything up. This is the Discord link if you want to reach me. You can't copy and paste from a YouTube. I will actually put in the YouTube comments. That would have been the smart way to do it. Have a pretty decent Discord for my alliance. It doesn't keep me busy enough. I enjoy the game, and I'd like questions if you have them. I'll try and help where I can. It can be a community resource. All it's got is that now, but I have a fairly active one for the guild that I run. That's my Star Wars one, but I want to make something fun and enjoyable and connect with people. So if you have questions, happy to help. Okay, have a great night, everybody, and a happy November. Adios.